Welcome to Quiz Stories. Today, we're diving into the daring and unsolved case of D.B. Cooper, the man who hijacked a plane, took a small fortune, and vanished without a trace. Was he a mastermind, a lucky daredevil, or a man who never made it out of the wilderness? Test your knowledge or uncover new details about this legendary mystery. Let's get started. 1. Air travel in the 1970s was far less secure than today, allowing passengers to buy tickets without identification. On Thanksgiving Eve, November 24, 1971, a man carrying a black attaché case took advantage of this system and paid for his one-way trip using A. a fake passport, B. cash, C. a stolen credit card. Eyewitnesses described him as a white male in his mid-40s with dark hair and brown eyes, wearing a business suit and a black raincoat. 2. Although he's remembered as D.B. Cooper, that wasn't the name he actually used when purchasing his ticket. The mix-up happened later because of A. a journalist's mistake, B. his signature on the ransom note, C. a miscommunication between investigators. The real ticket name was Dan Cooper, but a journalist misreported it as D.B. Cooper. 3. The plane Cooper chose for his daring crime was operated by Northwest Orient Airlines. It was intended to be a short flight from Portland to A. Boise, B. Vancouver, C. Seattle. A 30-minute trip from Portland to Seattle began like any other routine flight, with passengers unaware of the twist about to unfold. 4. Rather than making a dramatic announcement, Cooper remained calm and discreet when delivering his demands. He first made contact with the flight attendants by A. passing written notes, B. tapping Morse code on the tray table, C. requesting the captain over the intercom. He handed a note of warning to flight attendant Florence Schaffner, who assumed it was a lonely businessman's telephone number and dropped it into her purse. 5. After Cooper whispered to Schaffner to look at the note, she wasn't sure whether to take the message seriously. To convince her, he briefly opened his briefcase, revealing A. a set of knives, B. a loaded handgun, C. a bomb. When Schaffner asked quietly to see the bomb, Cooper opened his briefcase, showing what appeared to be dynamite with wires attached. 6. Cooper's request was specific, ensuring he would have enough money to disappear, but not enough to attract immediate suspicion. The exact amount of cash he demanded was A. $1 million, B. $500,000, C. $200,000. Cooper specifically requested $200,000 in unmarked 20 bills, equivalent to more than $1.5 million today. 7. Cooper's plan required more than just cash. He needed items that would allow him to escape unnoticed. Along with the ransom, he insisted on receiving A. parachutes and fuel for the plane, B. a fake passport and ID, C. a smaller plane for escape. Besides the money, he asked for 4 parachutes and for the plane to be refueled for further travel. 8. Cooper remained calm and in control throughout the hijacking, showing no signs of panic or aggression. During the hours spent on the plane, he A. talked to passengers about flying, B. ordered a bourbon and soda, C. listened to a portable radio. Cooper ordered a bourbon and soda while waiting for his requests to be met, further adding to his mysterious and composed demeanor. 9. Northwest Orient Airlines accepted Cooper's requests, but the FBI made a crucial decision before handing over the money. To increase the chances of recovering the stolen cash, the ransom bills were A. fitted with a tracking device, B. marked with serial numbers, C. coated with a chemical tracer. The FBI recorded all serial numbers on the bills to trace them if they ever resurfaced. 10. After his demands were met, Cooper agreed to release the passengers. He then gave the cockpit crew his flight plan and instructions, directing them towards A. Havana, B. Mexico City, C. Calgary. Cooper insisted on maintaining the minimum airspeed possible, approximately 100 knots, and a maximum altitude of 10,000 feet. 11. Cooper seemed to have extensive knowledge of aviation. He chose the Boeing 727, a plane that perfectly suited his getaway because it had A. An easily accessible cockpit, B. Extra fuel capacity for long flights, C. A unique rear stair design. He chose the Boeing 727 because of its unique rear stair design, which allowed for a mid-air jump. 12. Jumping from a commercial airplane into the freezing night was a dangerous move. Based on wind conditions and flight data, investigators believe he landed A. in the dense forests of Washington, B. on the rooftop of a Seattle building, C. in the Pacific Ocean. The flight path and wind speed suggest he landed somewhere in the remote forests of Washington. 13. Despite countless hours of investigation, the FBI struggled with a major obstacle in identifying Cooper. The biggest challenge they faced was A. the lack of physical evidence after his jump, B. conflicting eyewitness descriptions, C. a missing flight manifest. Since no body, parachute, or personal belongings were ever found, investigators had little evidence to work with. 14. Because no body or conclusive evidence was found, theories about Cooper's identity have flourished. One of the most widely discussed theories claims that Cooper was A. a professional pilot, B. an undercover CIA agent, C. a former paratrooper. Some investigators believe Cooper had military parachuting experience due to his precise jump execution. 15. The theory about the paratrooper is also based on the name on the hijacker's ticket. Some researchers suggest that Dan Cooper came from A. a military code, B. a comic book, C. a famous war hero. Dan Cooper, a French-Canadian comic book series, featured a paratrooper who performed daring skydiving missions, similar to Cooper's escape. 16. During the investigation, the official number of people considered serious suspects was over 800. Some believe Richard McCoy, who later committed a similar hijacking, was the real Cooper, but investigators ruled him out because A. he was in another state during the crime, B. he confessed but failed a lie detector test, C. he didn't match witness descriptions. Richard McCoy Jr. was an Army veteran who in 1972 staged the best-known copycat hijacking after boarding United Airlines Flight 855. 17. For years the case went cold until an unexpected discovery reignited interest. A young boy walking along the Columbia River in 1980 stumbled upon A. Cooper's parachute, B. a bundle of Cooper's ransom money, C. Cooper's sunglasses. Although the money was carefully marked, only $5,800 of the ransom was ever found, buried along the Columbia River. 18. Even though Cooper took the ransom money and parachuted away, the FBI found an item in seat 18E, where he had been seated, that could have contained DNA. It was A. a black clip-on tie, B. a $20 bill, C. a single glove. By late 2007, the FBI had built a partial DNA profile from samples found on Cooper's tie, but acknowledged that no evidence linked Cooper to the source of the DNA. 19. Despite his carefully planned escape, many believe Cooper perished because A. he was shot mid-air, B. his parachute was torn, C. he jumped during a storm. Cooper jumped into a dangerous storm with heavy rain and winds reaching up to 200 miles per hour at higher altitudes, wearing only a suit and loafers. 20. Though the case was officially closed in 2016, public fascination remains strong. Dedicated fans and researchers meet annually at A. the U.S. Marshals Museum in Arkansas, B. a secret location known only to conspiracy theorists, C. the D.B. Cooper Symposium in Washington. Each year, enthusiasts gather to discuss new theories and evidence about Cooper's legendary escape. Thanks for joining us on this thrilling journey into the mystery of D.B. Cooper. If you enjoyed this quiz, don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit the bell so you never miss out on more incredible stories. Do you think Cooper got away, or was his escape doomed from the start? Share your theories in the comments, and until next time, stay sharp, keep investigating.